Uh, well, we have to make a decision by tomorrow night because Sunday is opening day, not for us, but in the league. So you have to put your 25-man roster together, which means that the 40-man roster guys that are not going to make the team need to leave by tomorrow. I mean, I think after tomorrow's game. So it's tough. It's tough. As I say, the only saving grace is you spend so much time. A lot of times you spend more time on figuring out which player you're going to take, and he's probably the one who's going to play the least. Okay, but you're right. I mean, Castro, he's one of those guys, and Minkiewicz is one of those guys that we have to make a spot for in a 40-man roster to begin with, and so we have to just decide on which way we want to go. And all those guys, Minkiewicz for coming late really got our attention. Castro's done a great job for us. DeWitt has done a great job. He's played all three positions here, and he'll probably play some shortstop tonight. And it's just going to come down to making a decision. The only good part about it, get outside that forest so you don't get confused. You realize that if you make a decision in 10 days, you can change it. So it's okay. It's not something you have to be married to, and if it was something you want to change, you can do it.
Because I know last year with who, I mean, you guys made the decision to keep him on, and you said yourself you could have probably.
I think it hurt him.
So you want to, but doing that this year could help him or could hurt him.
You mean who?
Keeping him on.
Well, who is a different player right now than he was last year. Last year we forced him because of our needs. And, of course, for Cal going down early necessitated his being here. And he had just a lost season. And when he came to spring training, the reason I said he is my MVP is because from what I saw last September, I sort of expected some of that this spring, and I saw a completely different player, which I was really pleased about for him. And, he's a big league player right now as far as I'm concerned. So, he had to fight back from a lot of adversity because he had some eye problems when he went to the minor leagues, too.
Mr. Torre, you've had a good reputation, some have said.
I hope I still do.
You still have a good reputation of managing talent and providing a positive clubhouse. Obviously, it's a different scope here in Los Angeles than, say, New York, but there still is a lot of talent, and you have some guys like Pierre, and he mentioned DeWitt, who aren't going to get a whole lot of playing time as the way it looks now. How are you able to maintain that environment of positivity and keeping the club together?
Well, the only thing I try to let these players know, and Juan Pierre has made it very easy on me because he understands the nature of the game. If you understand the game and you take into consideration more than just yourself, then it's easy. I mean, I talked to Juan Pierre earlier this spring, and I said, once we sign Manny back, I said, Juan, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play you some in center field, and I'm going to play Matt Kemp some in right field. So you play and take out Ethier, take out Kemp for a couple of days here and there to give you some at bats. He says, I understand the situation because, he's a left fielder and Manny's a left fielder. And if he was oblivious to the fact that it was Manny, he'd say, why am I not playing? But he's certainly a bright kid and he understands that. I can't give him any positives. The only thing I can do is give him honesty. And he, as I say, he helped me by, certainly understanding that part. Blake DeWitt, he's a bright kid. He looks around and he sees, you have Orlando Hudson as an all-star second baseman. Casey Blake, you signed him to a 3-year contract. The thing I did mention to him is we signed Orlando Hudson for 1 year. And he's, I think, DeWitt's 23, maybe 24. He's got a future ahead of him. So, these two guys make it easier than I feel it is. But they've been aware of the ability of other people.
So, Torre, you won several World Series with the Yankees. What would it mean to you personally to get a World Series back to the Dodgers this year?
Well, it'd be great. I mean, that's why you play the game. I started playing this game professionally in 1960. Never got to a World Series until 1996, and then lucky enough to have managed in 6 of them and win 4. That's far more than I ever expected. When I started managing the Yankees, to come to another franchise like the Dodgers, which to me, they're the Yankees of the National League because you either love them or hate them. That's it. You either love them or hate them. And be honest with you, when I was growing up in Brooklyn, I hated the Dodgers and I hated the Yankees. And the Giants, I was a Giants fan, and I wound up managing the 2 teams I hated. So, but it would mean a lot to me. I mean, to be able to have 2 World Series rings, one, to 2 different teams, that'd be pretty wild. That would be pretty wild. And again, last year we were 3 games short of getting to the World Series. It would be exciting, and I'm every bit. I have a great deal of excitement going now because our lineup is very good. 1 to 8 is very good, and again, we're going to rely on our pitching. Even with the Yankees, with as many boppers as we've had, it was all about how well we pitched, and that determined pretty much how far we would go.